While we're here, we might as well say hi to Thunderman.
Hi.
This came to me in the mail from Thomas Barron. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just like the best thing ever. Seriously, like, this is one of the best things I've ever received in the mail. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We suck. We suck. If you can name that reference, you get a virtual high five from Slenderman. So real quick, I wanna share something with you. I have all the badges in Pokemon X. I only have a little bit, left to do and stuff until I just spend all my time hunting for shinies, which I'm doing right now, but I feel like I'm not ready to fight the Elite Four quite yet. I feel like I need to level up my Pokemon a little more. My Farfetch'd. Like, I think when it comes down to it, my favorite Pokemon has gotta be Farfetch'd. First, before I get into the story, I want to show you all of my evolutions. I have an entire box for my Eevees, and I'm gonna try to evolve another Sylveon. So, I don't even know if you can see him. Of course you can't! Of course you can't see him! Let me try with the other camera. Nailed it! Okay, so this is my Sylveon. I actually got him first. His name is Ribbon. I named him that because I knew that I was going to attempt to evolve him into a Sylveon. And when he did, I literally screamed out, "Yes!" And Mike was in the bathroom and he was like, "What?" And I was like, exactly like that. And then I got my Vaporeon. Was this a traded Eevee or something? Because he doesn't have a name. He must have been. Of course, used the Water Stone to evolve him. Got Angel, which if my Sylveon had failed the first time, I would have tried him as a Sylveon. But obviously I used a Fire Stone for that. Jolteon, Lightning Stone, or Thunderstone, sorry. This was an accident. I was trying to evolve this into another Sylveon, but I got an Espeon instead. And when it did, I was like, "Ooh," and then it became it, and I was like, alright then, you know what? I might as well try for the others. So then, I got him exactly how I planned, my Umbreon. And then the easiest ones, honestly, to get were my Leafeon and my Glaceon. So I've got all the evolutions, bitches. So my story has nothing to do with the Eevees. I just wanted to show you that. What I meant, like I mentioned before, I got all my badges. So obviously I've been in Lumiose City before, and I've seen, most of the overworld, not sprites, models, because they're not sprites. And there's, there's the generic youngster, ace, breeder, Pokemon fan, and they all basically look the same. There's one called Hex Maniac, which is this scary goth chick with swirly eyes, and she's like, ah, and they're usually, into the dark, ghost or psychic Pokemon and stuff like that. And whenever you talk to them, they, say stuff that's kind of creepy. There's one in the hotel that says, "I'm listening to the elevator," and I'm just like, freak. But in this one, this really happened, and I thought I was in the middle of a real-life creepypasta, and I was like, wasn't sure if I should freak out or not. So I wanted to talk to every single person in Lumiose City to see what I can get, because random people give you random TMs or items and such. So this is after the whole Team Flare thing and everything, so I was running around, going to all the cafes. And I went into this one building. I don't remember which building it was, but I checked all the floors. I went to the second floor. All of a sudden, I couldn't move. And I felt like maybe my game was frozen or something. And then it started flickering. The lights started flickering, and I was like, what? And then all of a sudden, a Hex Maniac model is behind me. She sits there for a couple of seconds, and then moves around me without walking animation. It looks like she was frozen halfway between walking, but she kind of floats by me. She says, "No, you're not the one." And she moves out of camera. And then when you can move again, you look around the room, she's not there, and there's no one in the room. No one. And I spoke to everybody on each floor and everybody in Lumiose City. No one said anything about hauntings. The only haunted place is in, God, I don't even remember. I don't memorize all the town names. Lumiose City is obviously the main one, but in that one where it's like always raining and there's a swamp and stuff, and there's like one of the best clothing shops that isn't super expensive, then there's that haunted house where your friend Shauna, lame friends, they're all like, "Oh my god, this is so lame, we're not paying for this, blah 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 blah," and it really was lame. I even went back to see if maybe something would happen, and nothing did. But I was like sitting there, and I jokingly said, "Creepypasta," and in my mind I was like, I'm really curious. So I went on to Google and I looked for it, and luckily, I don't know if I'd say luckily, I kind of wanted it to be one of those things, but obviously it wasn't. Everybody else has experienced it, but apparently people experienced it before they encountered the Hex Maniac models and the trainers, because everybody is like, she's this goth dark chick with long hair like you see in horror movies. She's so weird. I'm like, we've seen her before. And then they're like, there's one in the hotel, and there's a ghost in the hotel who says she's listening to the elevator. And I'm like, that one is not a ghost. That one's just one of the weird girls. This one was a ghost. This one was a ghost. Fucking A. And it's really weird. And none of the characters seem to say anything about it. There's a couple of Hex Maniacs that you fight, and they have a little sister, a fairy girl little sister, and they team up against you, and you're all like, fuck. So I don't know. That's what I get for not talking to people the first time around. You know what? I have kind of an idea. Just, obviously this video's gone for a little long without a lot of gameplay. So we're gonna have a short segment. Candlelight story time. Nailed it.